Every now and then, someone in the entertainment business is found out doing something that the public disapproves of deeply. It could be a tweet where somebody says something that is just offensive and people cannot forgive. Or it could be a case of sexual harassment. Or maybe somebody is running a television set where people are deeply unhappy because they're being treated in an awful way. But sometimes the punishment is really, really harsh. As soon as you hear about it, that person is just gone. They're disappeared. They don't work again. And then in other cases, you hear about something terrible, and maybe there's a timeout. But then they come back. They get another acting job. They get another show. If they've been fired from a company, another company hires them. So why does the industry let some people off the hook and some people are given eternal punishment? Now, maybe you might think that it's because some crimes are worse than others and that you get punished if you do something that's worse. Well, I haven't found it to be the case that the punishment always fits the crime. People can do things that are far worse and they still get another chance. So what's the essential reason that all these horrible events happen? I think they're all rooted in abuse of power. Don't you think that's true? And why is there so much abuse of power on movie sets? Well, it's because there is an essential imbalance of power all the time. Some people have tons of power and some people have none at all. Some people are getting paid an hourly wage or a weekly wage, and some people are getting paid in millions and millions of dollars. Some people have the right to hire and fire, and some people are very vulnerable. They maybe haven't established themselves in the industry yet, and they're wondering if they're going to be able to even have a career. So this can create a lot of tension and anxiety around a set if the people with power choose to use it in a way that isn't nice, to treat people badly. So let me tell you two stories. One of them is about Mel Gibson. When I first started working in LA, people on the crew kept telling me these stories about Mel Gibson, about his pranks on the set. And they loved Mel Gibson. They just thought he was the coolest guy. And this wasn't just one movie set. It was on many movie sets. It was different people telling me they loved Mel Gibson. So when Mel got caught doing stuff that was unforgivable and wrong, well, they weren't willing to forgive that or forget that or excuse that, but they stood behind him because of all those times that they had had with him had mattered to them a lot because it's family. So it's like if you have a relative, like a brother or sister who commits murder, you don't suddenly go, well, murder's okay now and I don't care about the victims. You do, but you stand behind people who have been kind to you for a long time. That's what I think. It's human nature. Now, I'd like to contrast that with another filmmaker who is just 365 days a year nasty. And he makes everybody feel bad. I've never worked with him. I wouldn't work with him, but I do know people that I really care about who he has hurt. And therefore, whenever I see him on TV and everybody's, kind of talking about how great he is and bowing down to him and just admiring him, I get sick. If he ever did anything that was terrible, that we found out about, he would lose his career in a second, in my opinion, because he has no friends. If something bad happens that he's responsible, people are going to be really happy to have a movie industry that he's not in. So that's why I think that there are some people who are completely disposed of in a second and some people who get a second chance. It's all about how they live their life before that. Now, if you want to support what I'm doing here, if you like these videos, then you can do that by subscribing, hitting the bell so you're notified about the videos, liking them, commenting. All of that stuff is watched carefully by YouTube, and that's how they decide whether they're going to let other people watch these videos. Thank you for your support.